I also want to commend Cabrina for her efforts as the president of the PMA club. She has been very, very supportive, always there when we have PMA club activities, and has a lot of suggestions, brilliant suggestions. But we want to appeal to other um, older persons, adults who would like to assist us in that regard. So, once again, Cabrina, I am very, very thankful for all your assistance, and I hope you get well soon.
While you say you're making the appeal to older adults, is it just Sufra Basin or extension as well?
Well, we're trying to limit it to Soufre for now because when you go out of Soufre, you need transportation costs and it
Oh,
adds up.
travel
And
allowance,
yes,
all
and
those that.
stuff
Okay.
like that. But it's open to anybody who wants to assist us. And when I list the activities that we have, there's a range of areas that persons can assist with. And so it's open to adults who really want to work with youth and the PME.
Okay, so how do we commence this? Let's go.
Okay, so since you mentioned a calendar of activities, I just want to mention that as of last year, we went all out to prepare our calendar, which is the calendar for 2024, the PMA calendar. And on that calendar, you have different pictures of the pitons and other areas, the sulfur springs and so on. And this was distributed to business places in Soufre and our corporate sponsors, schools, and so on, to increase the awareness of the PMA. So on that calendar, you have information about the PMA from January to December. And some of the pictures we have there were taken from the Pito Excellence photo competition that we had last year as well. And we had announced the winners and gave them their prizes and so on. So these photos are also there.
That's very good.
Yes. So to start off, we want to inform the public that this year, on the 30th of June 2024, will be the 20th anniversary of the Pito Management Area gaining the status as a World Heritage Site.
Oh wow! Happy anniversary to you guys, to the team.
In advance.
Yes,
Yes. So as we get to that date, we have a number of activities slated. And so I will list the activities that we have so far. And we're going to be airing it here at 88.5. We're also going to be doing some advertisements on the lead beam advertisement board that is next to the bus terminal and also on Liberty TV.
Nice.
So these are the areas where we're going to be doing more advertisements with regards our activities. So
make sure you guys look out for those platforms there and tune in as well.
Yes, definitely. We have prizes as well for some of the other competitions that we will be having, but I will go through the activities that we have for this year. So as of tomorrow, we are meeting with Wynwood and Leeward Brewery to discuss the revamping of the inscription site. Most persons will see the inscription site just after Stonefill if you live in Soufre, or before Stonefill if you're coming into Soufre, and it is looking drab. It's not, this.
There's no flavor.
Yes.
No color.
Thankfully, when Honorable Hippolyte had this Kudme Soufouye Sugar Beach adopted there, and they planted some flowers, which we are very appreciative of. They planted some purple bougainvillea, but we are thinking we need a wow effect.
So some kind of real hardcore beautification.
Yes.
All right.
Yes. So we have sent in a proposal to the Wynwood and Leeward Brewery, and I must thank my staff, Glenda, Isidore, and also Krumer Herald, who has come together and put together this beautiful proposal for Wynwood and Leeward Brewery. And tomorrow they will be meeting with them at 10:30 at the inscription site.
Nice.
I will make myself available, but we know there is a funeral, so I may not be able to stay there, depending on how long that. But then we have a beautiful proposal for the inscription site, and I'll say nothing more about it until it becomes reality.
And for us to say, wow, the public,
yes, a wow, yes. So night and day.
So whether it's domestic tourists or wow,
yes, wow.
All right, nice.
Yes, because it's really looking drab right now.
Right.
So when people pass, whether it's night or day, wow, and they would want to take photos and so on.
You don't mind you, it's never done when I pass the person still actually stayed to have photos over there.
Yes, and on that note, I want to inform the public that it's not a sacred place, but some people literally stand on the
Yes, I've
monument,
seen that.
lie down on the monument. We had a photo of a lady in her swimsuit lying on the monument. I mean, it shows that they want to be associated with the inscription site. They love it. They want to take photos, but we would prefer that people not go onto it, because what if it topples? What if it falls? What
Right.
it get, and that kind of thing. Anyway, so this is with the first thing that's happening. So today is my very first activity in 2024, and I'm thankful to 88.5 and Erlan, who is willing to take on the challenge because Cabrina is not there, but I know you can do a good job. The next that we have our usual PMA Club monthly meetings. We have had one in January, and we changed the what should I say, the structure, in that we encourage the students, the participants, the members, to bring in board games.
Okay.
And we've
Ludo,
bought
draft.
yes,
Right.
and we've bought games. There are a number of different skills that you can learn in terms of logic, thinking, strategy, and all of that. It's not to go out there and sweat like in football and so on, but you need to have a lot of strategy and stuff.
So it's more the mental aspect of things.
Thank you very much. So we have board games such as Scrabble, chess, Monopoly, dominoes, the cash flow, which is a new one, a game of life. And all of these are games that we will encourage the young people to come into play. And when we get to a point where maybe we have some chess masters or some Scrabble masters or domino masters, because I love to play dominoes, we will have some competitions. And there will be prizes as well. The games like the cash flow and the game of life and Monopoly, it helps you in terms of budgeting and spending and investing and things like that. So these are some skills that they can gain.
I think most of we young, let me not say young persons, but most of us in Soufre, let me say, I feel that's a good one.
Yes.
Because most of us will spend thrift.
Yes, yes. And so these games will really help them in terms of, some life skills and in terms of strategy, because you want to win your opponent, so you have to strategize. So these are some of the things that we intend to do with the PMA Club on a monthly, when we meet monthly. Now, when we had that first session in January, some of them already said, Miss, can we meet every Friday? But if we get adults who want to assist, we can go every Friday. But I mean, I cannot commit myself to every Friday. Neither the workers.
Manpower?
Yes, in terms of, being there with them. So within our own structure, as a manager, I have told my staff that for the monthly meetings, we want more young children to participate. So we will do it earlier in the day.
As old as, like, how old?
From primary school, from once they can manage the game. Because you may have very young children who can think strategically to play chess.
True.
Especially autistic children.
That is true.
Yes. So we have opened it to the Soufre Primary School, and we're going to do it as early as 3:30 or 4, so that they do not miss out. Because the last time I had to drop some children all the way at L'Espérance, Font Saint-Jacques. And so we will do it in such a way that we may just have to pay the bus for them. So that, many more children will be able to. But the board games, they're really excited about it, and they're asking for, every Friday.
Good initiative.
Yes. So we're moving along. And so we're going to start our PMA Club Camp. This year we want to do the first session in April. And so we're going to do it as of the 2nd of April, which is the Tuesday after Easter Monday. And then in that first session, that first part, it's going to be from the 2nd to the 5th of April. That's the first week. And we want to do some costume making, because we're thinking of joining the carnival band this year. So we have our plans in mind. I'm supposed to meet with Mr. Zyphus Joseph.
Hold on. Let me bring that. You guys joining the carnival, is it going to just be green, all green?
No.
You get a joke, right?
No. We're going flora and fauna. That is flora and fauna, both terrestrial and marine.
Okay, good.
So from last year, we were thinking of mermaids and so on. Although mermaid is not really, a reality. It's a fiction,
Yes.
but we can have that. So we will have different costumes, not the panty and bra stuff, but it will be creative.
You don't bust in your bubble already. I think people know what's going on here. Check yourself. Check yourself.
Okay, so we're not going to have panty and bra.
Surprise the people.
Yes, but nonetheless, we have some ideas, and basically it will be flora and fauna of terrestrial and marine life. And so we're waiting for Mr. Zyphus Joseph to assist us with costume making, which will start from
Ras.
us. Yes.
Pick up yourself, Ras.
Yes, and Steve Ako Joseph and anybody else who is able to assist. I mean, we want to utilize the skill we have within Soufriere. We will not be going to Castries, and even if we have to pay, we don't want to pay people from Castries to come to Soufriere to create costumes.
Yeah.
We want it to be good, but we don't want it to be so extravagant that we cannot afford it.
True.
And so we're thinking of very simple, beautiful costumes that the PMA club members will be able to finance, and also other adults or persons out there who want to join them, their parents and so on. But we don't want it to be too much of a
folks,
bacchanal.
she simply means simple,
beautiful,
but yet effective.
Yes, but not a bacchanal.
Right.
Okay, so we're moving along quickly because I know you have another program coming up. So we're moving along. In April as well, we want to look at the Earth Day, which is usually on the 22nd of April. On that, it is a Monday, but we want to do a soleil couché activity instead of a soleil levé. Last year, we went to Tet Paul and we did a soleil levé. We waited until the sun rose above, and we had our little activity. We had Blossom, who had a beautiful poem. Caprina was there with us. They played their music. We had breakfast afterwards. So this was a soleil levé. This time we want to have a soleil couché.
Where would be that?
And we're hoping that we can do it at the Margaret Wood Beach. And then we were hoping also that if we gather garbage and stuff like that, that we can do a bonfire as well. We will walk there, and then we will have transportation afterwards because it would most likely be a little darker after. So this is the soleil couché on the 22nd, either the Monday or the Sunday, because we're trying to look at the days, but we know definitely that activity is coming up.
Good vibe, man.
Yes. Good vibe. Then moving along, we want to have our viewpoint monitoring exercise, which is what we have to do biannually for the World Heritage Committee, the people in Paris who are responsible for World Heritage sites. We have to do a biannual viewpoint monitoring to go in specific locations and take a specific GPS locations on the sea and on land to take a photo and to compare to their baseline photo. So they will see, is that World Heritage site still maintaining the beauty, or are they allowing things to just go wild and, doing strange things? So we have this first viewpoint monitoring activity in April, and we were hoping that we can take the students on the marine one so they can see the points and maybe have a glass bottom boat activity as well as part of that activity.
While she's going through her calendar, I hope persons at home are marking down their own calendars. All right, persons, feel free if you have that, go right ahead. If not, you can also go back when the streaming is done. You can go to Facebook or YouTube for more.
Yes, thank you very much. And we also have our Facebook and website and Instagram, which Krumer has set up beautifully for us. So these are some areas where they can always go on to get more information. Also in April, we're hoping to meet with landowners because the demarcation process has started. We are the PMA, but the boundaries for persons to know where the PMA starts and ends is just somewhere up in the air.
True.
It's not really, marked and registered at the land registry. So as we speak, there are surveyors who are starting, and they have done about 3 kilometers along the Diamond Road, 3 out of 12 kilometers marking the spots for the demarcation of the PME. And I must say that we have achieved something with that because 20 years. And
I was just about to go, but you've been existing for 20 years? Come on, man. I had to put you on this spot there.
Well, I'm only there 1 year. This month is 1 year since I'm with the PMA. But
I'll pardon you.
Yes, I want to thank all those who have made it possible, and we want to thank RESDP, which is the Renewable Energy Sector Development Plan, the people who are trying to get geothermal energy, they are the ones who have contacted the World Bank, like a payback for us. They're going to do that, the demarcation of the boundary. So we are very, very thankful to them. The Lord is blessing me with miracles. Yes.
It's good.
Yes. So we're moving along and we want to meet with the landowners within the PMA because within the PMA, there are a number of privately owned lands, especially in policy area 4. And that is like from the Fondu area coming all the way down to Kubaril and these places that are not on the Piton Ridge. So these people have their private place. That's their land.
Right.
We cannot purchase it from them, but we just want them to bear in mind some of the things they can and not really can and cannot do, but what we wouldn't like them to do. So, for example, if you're going to cover your building, try not to cover it in red, a glaring red or a glaring orange or a shocking color, neon, try to go colors that will blend with the
Green like
environment.
nature?
Yes.
All right.
And Ladera is doing that beautifully. Ladera, and well, I don't want to just name specific. Fondo is also doing that beautifully. Sugar Beach is doing it well
The eco
internally.
kind of thing.
Yes,
All right.
internally, but on the seafront,
It's a
Jalousie, Sugar Beach is on our list, and we
Okay.
really have to try to speak with them because this is where all the billionaires have their dwelling and the investment. They are capitalizing on the fact that they are within a World Heritage Site.
Right.
They're selling their property
As
to billionaires as a
right.
World Heritage. Come and live between the pitons, a World Heritage Site. But try
the
to.
least they can do is actually acknowledge you guys, meet you all halfway and say, well,
Thank you very much.
Right.
Thank you very much, Erlan. And so that's why we're not in any fight with them, but we want them to at least, try to blend in the environment a lot more. Try to let the vegetation obscure, all this whiteness.
It's like somebody being patriotic.
Thank you very much. So we're hoping that we can meet them and they can meet with us halfway because Sugar Beach is one of our main corporate citizens and as well as Anchasne. Well, Anchasne is way out of the PMA.
Okay.
Jade Mountain is way out of the PMA, but you cannot get one photo of Jade Mountain without the Piton. They're capitalizing on that backdrop and it's beautiful. And Caroline Chubiscoy always has all kinds of photos with sunset and sunrise and the pitons. So they saw the opportunity and they grabbed it. So they're also another one of our sponsors. And we have others, but the main ones, Stonefield also sponsors, Ladera sponsors. I don't want to leave anybody out. Fondu allows the students to do the tours and so on.
Just to name a few.
Yes, just to name a few. Yes. So moving along quickly, another activity that we have is meeting with the grade 4 teachers because we want to develop a curriculum for the grade 4 teachers that specifically deals with the PME. So for example, if you're a grade 4 teacher, you have to teach coordinates, how many degrees north and how many degrees south. We're not taking that from your curriculum. We're not taking it out, but we want to include in the how many degrees north and how many degrees south that the PMA lies.
Right. That's good.
Yes.
That is very good.
It's just incorporating
That
it.
is very good.
Information about. So for example, for the grade 4 syllabus, you're talking about jobs. So we're going to look at jobs within the PMA so that students can be more aware of what is available within the Soufrière Basin. Scuba diving. Don't always think of accounting and I want to be an accountant. I want to be a secretary. I want to be the normal things. There are others.
You mentioned about students, but even some tour guides don't even know that.
Well,
not just simply that's the truth.
Yes.
Some fishers wouldn't even know.
Yes. So again, these are some of the things that we want them to be aware of. The jobs within Soufrière and the PMA, and so that they can direct their studies towards that. So you can become the best scuba diver in St. Lucia. We have to wait for the hotels to get expats from overseas to come and fill in these positions because we don't have a scuba diver. Well, I want to thank Anchasne that sometimes they take a cohort of students to teach them scuba diving and to become scuba diving masters, and things like that. Yes.
Yeah, man, kudos.
Okay, so that's one of the things we're hoping to have. I have already spoken to some grade 4 teachers and they are willing to help us with our curriculum. We want to do digital content, so we liaise with Camdo so that they can it will be something interesting, not just the talk and talk. The children will love that it's something coming on the screen and they can interact with it. We also want to have hands-on for the students where they will create puzzles, games about the PMA as extra activities in the class. So after you have done your digital content, the teacher has taught, she can just allow you to go and do a follow-up activity, a reinforcement activity by doing a puzzle or something that the students themselves have created.
A bit of strengthening afterwards.
Yes, strengthening, reinforcement, very good. And they will be paid for that, for creating that. So we're hoping to have
Use the word
session.
penny.
Yes, well, a stipend. Well, when we say paid, not consultancy payment, but a stipend they will be getting, and they're excited about it. The teachers are excited. And the education officer, Mrs. Joel Charlemagne, she has told me she's there supporting me 100%. Moving right along, we were blessed with another miracle where Ronald Raoul, I did not follow up his name to double check. He has actually created QR codes, plaques that will be installed in Soufrière. So on the church, on the square, at the inscription sites, different places. So somebody come in and wants to know about PMA.
Scan.
I am not good at that.
Technology,
but technology, yes.
Scan.
So we have that going out for us. And we also want him to assist us with an interactive board where you come and you touch the pitons. You will have to pay though. You touch the sulfur springs and you will be guided into the sulfur springs.
Like a GPS.
Yes, like you're not actually going there,
Yeah,
but you go in there through the touchscreen interactive.
Technology, boy.
Yes, so that one is a little costly, and so we're waiting to see if the World Heritage Site will sponsor that proposal that we submitted. And as I said earlier, our program assistant has set up the social media pages and website. One of them is at Piton Management Area Office on Facebook and Instagram, and the website is pma.gov.lc. Okay, moving along, as I said, I mentioned earlier that we were preparing for the Carnival Band.
Yes, you did.
And that is, well, we've heard, I don't know if I should let the cat out of the bag, but we've heard that Carnival will be early August, because I'm asking because I need to plan ahead. So
I think from since late last year, it must be the rumor there.
Okay, well, all right. So, well, I heard. Okay. So that is it. And then moving along, as I said, we were hoping to have quizzes and debates competitions with the school. But during the months of June, because by then the Form 5s would have finished the exams and we would get assistance from the Form 5 teachers, to assist us in that regard. And then the second part of our camp is from the 8th to the 12th of July, and then we will be doing our second viewpoint monitoring activity. And during that second camp, we will be finalizing plans for the Carnival Band. But that is not all that we do within the camp. During the camp, we try to, develop certain skills with the young people that we have. So, for example, last year, what we did, we started off La Marguerite and La Rose songs. We have the same old ones. And so they started La Marguerite and a La Rose song, like the same kind of banter where like you quarreling with each other, but they did it in English.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so they didn't do it, and it has a little Creole in it, but they did it in English. So what we're going to do, we're going to fine tune so that we will be ready for August with our new La Rose song, and for October for our new La Marguerite song.
When it's been finalized, please send me a copy.
Yes, definitely. And as we speak, we have the different songs and the different not different, the different songs. We have 4 songs, and we have Wayne Badong doing one, and Donatan is assisting him with the music. So this is a new one for our 20th anniversary.
Soufrière boy.
Yes.
Homegrown.
And if it is, done well enough, we're really going to use it, and we will try. We have to write to his mother to ask for permission to utilize the whatever monies that we will pay him for rehabilitation.
Okay.
We're trying that. That was a suggestion that Steve Ako Joseph did, and that's what we. But he already has his song, so you will be hearing it.
Sure.
Yes.
What will I tell
Fire,
you?
fire, fire, fire. The piton is on fire. That's it.
Hey,
Yes.
yeah, but you want to give a snippet?
Yes, we will. I don't know it, so he will have to give you the snippet. And finally, for now, for the 20th anniversary ceremony, which will be in June, we have specific activities slated. We have like talks on 88.5,
Right.
Liberty FM, Jaim Yadi, the minister will have a speech, and then we're planning an activity either on the square, which is central for that specific day, and then we would have maybe a gala lunch or dinner afterwards. And the people from Castries in head office, they want to be part of our carnival band. They want to have a boat ride coming down, so it's going to be grand.
Yeah, that's nice. I mean, like, well, everybody's welcome, eh? Like you made it grand.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes, 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 yes.
You go hard or you go home.
Yes, yes, yes. It's going to be big. So we're hoping that all will go well. And when persons comment, they sometimes say that when we're doing all of this, we need to ensure that what we do is enshrined in law. And presently, based on what transpired, and everybody knows about Jeff Robilad and his building on the pitons. So now our government is is moving along in terms of making the LAC study, which is the policy area thing, making it law, making it enshrined in law, so that any future building will know you breaking the law.
True. Very nice. With that being said, anything you want to highlight? Because I know very persons like you, but you meet and anybody you two want to thank for all of this.
Oh yes, we want to again, like I said, thank our the whole team. I want to thank the team from my office first and foremost. We have Joanna, who's the office assistant, Glenda, Jules, Isidore, who's my secretary, and Kruma Herald, who is the program assistant or my technical assistant. Anything technical is I call him. We want to thank RESDP, which is Renewable Energy Sector Development Plan, for the assistance. All the corporate citizens, they know themselves. We have picked them up a while ago,
Yes,
who assist us, and SRDF.
Right.
SRDF, because they're actually managing the sites for us. They were in existence before the PMA became a World Heritage Site. So they're managing the sulfur springs, they're managing the pitons. We have no problem with that. But we have just, and whenever we ask for assistance, the board of the SRDF is always willing to assist us, and it is an obligation because they're managing the sites that we are supposed to be managing. So it's an obligation, but we have to send in our budget in time and so on. There are plans for development at the Sulphur Springs, but anything that happens there would have to be in line with the viewpoint monitoring that we're doing. If it is something beneficial like ramps for elderly and wheelchair to come down to the pool, that we have to write for permission to do it. They will not say no, but they will just want us to write and not just change the view. But that one will not interfere with the Sulphur Springs view. It's way down.
All right.
But say, for example, we decide we want to put cable cars from Monsuf to come down.
Oh.
They might, we don't know, but they might object to that. There are certain things that the World Heritage Committee has as their convention, and they try as much as possible to protect the environment, to leave it the same for the future generations.
So let's just say there's things that will be approved, and there's things, let me
yes
give you
yes
some thought.
yes
Let me give you some thought.
yes. And I know that we are trying to develop a trail on Monsuf because some discovery was made there. So we know that we're getting bigger and better.
Very
thanks
good.
to SRDF.
Somebody said, in a nutshell, tell us about the recently held survey.
Oh, the survey that was done with regards that we have done 2 surveys. So I'm not sure which one the person is speaking about. But nonetheless, we had a survey with regards the knowledge of people's knowledge of the PMA as a World Heritage Site. And 76% were not aware that this is a World Heritage Site. And we really want the Ministry of Tourism and Events and Lucia and every other institution to help us promote Soufriere PMA as a World Heritage Site, because other countries that have it, they make a big fuss about it. And it's like, for us, well, what's the PMA? What's a World Heritage Site? So this is going to be kind of the topic that we will be debating, whether, for whether it is beneficial. Well, it is beneficial, but that is kind of the line or the slant that we will take with our debate. And something else we are trying to do with our legal officer is we're trying to copyright the pitons. So anybody else who wants to use the piton as a logo, as a brand in future, they will have to pay royalties to PMA.
A lot of persons are using that.
I know. I just saw on Facebook a company in France who's doing rum punch has the pitons as their brand logo on the rum punch. Yeah. And the bamboo plant, which is our national plant. Well, but the pitons we're trying to get copyright.
Because I tell you, a lot of people
Yes.
You have
All
chairman
that's why we asked Peter from the Wilmot and Leeward Brewery to sponsor the inscription site. We said, well, you all have been making monies from our Peter on your Peter Bear.
Right.
So we need some.
Malta,
Yes. So that is it in a nutshell. If we have no more questions,
not at the moment. But I want to thank you for taking this time to be here with us, and of course, coming and sensitize the public. Keep us up to date as to what's happening and what's trending with the PMA.
Yes.
If somebody want to ask you questions and they want to reach out, or they just want to lend some kind of assistance, is there a number they can call? Or
yes, the office number for 686650515253. Or I won't give my personal mobile on the phone, but that's the office number. And like I said, the web page and the Facebook page and Instagram. Yeah.
All right.
But one of our biggest appeal to the public is for assistance with our PMA club. We're also thinking of adopting a part of the river, which is part of the Waterways project. And when we have done that, something I forgot, we want to register our club. So in order for us to register it, we must have a full-fledged executive.
Right.
And as I said, Cabrina is the president. We have Mrs. Catherine Prosper, also known as Pinky. We have Louvet Edgar. We have Armonte Regis or Alcindor. But we've not gotten sufficient adults so that we can register the club. And when the club is registered, we'll be able to apply for grants and apply for funds to do more projects for the PMA club.
I think you should have a radio, some kind of radio PSA or some kind of thing put out there so persons can actually, hey, you know what?
Yeah.
Let me give you a shot.
Yeah, so we have a jingle as well coming, jingle competition. Yeah.
Very good.
So
okay.
Thank you very much, Erlan.
Anytime, you're always welcome here.
Yes.
Again, I just want to wish you or your team all the best in your initiative for 2024. All the best in your endeavors.
Yes, thank you very much.
Have an amazing day.
Yes.
Folks,